Welcome to the SeeWDW Near and Far Podcast, Parks and Socials Edition, really for the month of April or month and a half, March, halfway through March into April, right, John? We
Yeah,
haven't
for a
done it.
little while.
We haven't done one of these in a while, and mostly it's been due to my availability and some health issues that I had, and but here we are. We're going to try and play a little bit of catch up, and John said he's just going to try and speed through it faster than a dang lightning lane at Disney. So, which, you know, lightning lane hasn't been very fast lately. So, like that's why I said faster than a lightning lane, right? So, all right, John.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the. I'm gonna do the abbreviated version.
Yeah. All right. So here we go, John. Take it away.
All right, I had a nice visit to. This is the end of March, but I had a nice visit to Animal Kingdom, and this is one of those days where I went at 5 o'clock, and I know that's been hit and miss, but on this particular occasion, it worked out very well. So went at 5 o'clock, went right to Dinosaur. Um, Always very enjoyable. I love Dinosaur. Then we went over to Everest. It said a 20-minute wait. We barely stopped, walked on to Everest. That was very good. And then from Everest, we went to the safari, which had a 5-minute wait. The only thing we waited for is the people in front of us. It was empty, the safari. So the safari seems to be a great thing to do in the evening. So this is at 5:57. I think the park closes around 7 o'clock. So this is an hour before park closing. The wild dogs were out. Or no, the hyenas, I think that is. Or is that the wild dogs? I thought they had both and they changed them. That is the wild dogs this time.
Okay.
I think. But I feel like they had the same thing there twice. But anyway, the animals are always pretty active this time of day. I am not allowed to show it. And of course, I got Satui Canteen. We ordered that for dinner. And as usual, that was extremely good. And my wife got a kid's meal. She got the hot dog baked into the bun thing and a couple of the little oranges that you just peel off. But look at that food, though.
Yeah,
That was
good.
just so good. Man, I'm hungry right now. And I still say that's got to be, no matter how many times I get it, that's got to be one of the best meals at Disney World. And it doesn't make you feel tired at all. So, it's not that bad for you. It's actually pretty darn good, I think. So, anyway, we did that. And I wanted to go on Navi River Journey because I have not been on it in a while. And let's see, it was 6:45, so 15 minutes before the park closed. We went over and I looked and it said 35-minute wait. And I wouldn't wait 35 minutes for Navi River, of course. So, but I said based on the hours of the park or the wait times. So I just got in line, barely stopped. It took 8 minutes, I think, and that includes walking. So we did that. And that was it for a quick 2-hour visit to Animal Kingdom. And it worked out pretty nice. So let's see, on March the 24th, I went to Epcot. And I'm really going to skim by these because I go to Epcot an awful lot. The only thing I think was pretty cool, I got this picture spot is one I never got before. This is like looking from World Showcase, like walking towards right down the middle. So a little bit of symmetry because they put stuff in the middle now, as long as you don't look at it from above. So I just got some pictures around Epcot. I think this was on a Sunday. Um, and it was still close enough to Easter. And I didn't go over to the yacht club before. I went to the beach club, but not the yacht club. So the yacht club had some interesting stuff too. I think this is at the yacht club, whatever that is. Something from
Pretty
Moana,
cool.
I think. I think everything was
Yeah,
Moana themed.
that's definitely that's like that big monster type thing that they go to try and trick.
Yeah. And there's those dumb coconut things that are.
Yeah, I know you don't like them.
But anyway, I walked through there. This is after going to Epcot. Just took a few pictures around the beach club area. Few more pictures on the way out. Nothing real exciting for Epcot that day. There's my dog, Bitey. He's a cute one. He really is adorable now. Look at that little face.
I can't believe how it didn't. Isn't that he was a stray, right?
Yeah, they found him wandering around. I think he bit one too many people, and someone just said, "Get out."
So he was
So he
wandering
did.
around the streets of Orlando, right? And
Yeah,
look at his teeth, though. His teeth look really, really healthy for a
yeah. It's
stray
because he
like
was
that.
young. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Chihuahuas are known for bad teeth, so he's
yeah.
young enough. So let's say on March 26th, I went to the Magic Kingdom. And because of where they parked this, I decided to walk to the Polynesian. And we walked through the Polynesian, and the boat pulled right up. And I swear, a lot of times, this is just a quicker way to get there. You walk to the Polynesian and you just get on the boat, and it takes you right there. I did notice this was interesting. I think that a trap for alligators. See how it's right on the edge going into the
Uh,
water? And I
yeah.
saw that going by. I was like, oh, alligator trap. So I guess there's some alligators they need to relocate there. Let's see, on this particular day, we did Pirates, which at 15-minute wait, Pirates has been scaring me a little bit. It's been way too easy to get on anymore, which I don't like. There's people lined up for hours to ride Seven Dwarfs. This ride is 100 times better, and it's much longer, much better, much more memorable, better everything. It's like, nah, Seven Dwarfs. It's like, I don't know. And
I would
then
agree
I
with
looked
that. A
at
much better ride.
Tiana. Me too. If you said you can ride Pirates or Seven Dwarfs, I'd be like, Pirates. Not even a
Pirates,
question.
no doubt.
So I took a couple pictures of Tiana, and I still say, why on earth does a water tower wear a Tiana? That just seemed, or wear a tiara, not Tiana. Tiana is the food. Anyway, why on earth would it have that on? I still don't. I just think that is.
I think it would have been better without that for sure. I mean, it would have
Oh,
looked all right, I think, without that thing. I
I
don't
think
really.
I think we mentioned it before. I only saw the movie once, but Tiana seemed to be a very down to earth, hardworking
Yeah.
girl. She's not going to be like, put a crown on my thing. It's like, that just seems weird. It doesn't seem to fit her character. That seems, you know what I mean? It just
Yeah,
doesn't. But
she
again, I
was
don't.
very, very humble, salt of the earth, hardworking, like you
Yeah,
said.
would somebody like that say, I want a giant tiara put on the water tower on my property? It's like, nah. She'd probably be
I
like,
mean,
don't bother with that. We don't need
sh-
that.
she is a princess, so from a marketing standpoint, maybe she
But
would
the
do
water
that.
tower is not a
But
princess, so I don't
you're
know what
right
they're
about that.
doing.
You're
What
right.
about the rock? What about this bridge? We'll put a giant tiara on it. Why?
Right.
What? But anyway, that looks like it's coming along. I don't have a lot of hope for it personally, but it seemed way too short for Disney, and they haven't been doing great lately. But I've been wrong many times, so I hope I'm wrong. but I don't have great expectations for it.
I just saw some pictures today of it. Have you seen it?
I
Have
saw
you
the
been there?
nighttime pictures people have been putting up, but I haven't taken any of them.
I actually, I thought today they took some of the scrim down, I guess, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I sort of thought it looked all right. I was surprised
I
at how good it did look.
I was there a couple days ago and I forgot to go there at all. I didn't go to that side of the park, so
Yeah.
that shows you where my head is at. But
Anyways, moving on.
so yeah, I got a few pictures to put up. These pictures tend to do good on my Facebook. So although when you add Walt Disney in the picture, the reach gets cut down very little. So I even commented on one of my pictures. I said, I don't know if it is the people or the algorithm. One of them doesn't like to see Walt very much because it just doesn't go like this picture. I think it got like 600 likes or something. You do one with just Mickey Mouse and it gets like 10,000. It's like that's all right. But Walt, nah, not good. But and then I went to the little spot here that I like to go get my pictures at. You can see here where I do it. People always ask, they're like, where do you get that? When you go over that little seat there's the picture spot. I get asked constantly, where do you get that? Where do you get that? There's what it looks like with no editing. And then PS Express, a little click, just to it kind of turns the lights on. It removes all the shadows so that you can see the colors a little better.
Very cool.
And yeah, I didn't even remember. My wife was with me that day. There's some Mickey vacation stuff. And yeah, I guess that was a short one. This must have been after work. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, this is my wife and I quick visit to the Magic Kingdom on a Tuesday. And I wanted to show you this. My daughter got this stuff from her job, which I thought that was pretty cool. They gave her an Epic Universe sticker, How to Train Your Dragon. These little buttons, they don't really do anything. They're not even pins. They're just flat. But, it's an Epic Universe lanyard. I'm surprised they gave them anything. They keep giving influencers the stuff. And that's nice that they give it to other people, too.
It's nice.
I just saw it again today. People showing the next thing they're getting from Universal for Epic. And I was dying to type under there. I average reach of 10 million a month. What do you got? Why they send that to you? Although I already know I'm never going to get invited to Universal and probably not Disney either, because I heard Len Testa say, because we haven't been posting our podcast on Apple Podcast. So I end up listening to Len Testa because I don't have any of my own to listen to because we haven't done any, and
Right. I do have one ready to go, but just haven't posted it yet.
But yeah, you need to put that up there because I don't like listening to him very much anymore.
I don't either, to be honest with you, anymore.
Anyway, he said that Disney is very strict with who they'll invite, all the way to the point of if you ever say anything not nice about them, that's enough. Like they have like a zero tolerance thing where you question them, bring up, go ahead and post the Splash Mountain video. It's like you're not getting invited. You're just not. So I'd say my chances of Disney are zero. My chances of Universal are definitely zero. So I'm all in with criticism. I need to start being very honest. I'm already honest, but I try to lean it towards positivity. But anyway, went to Universal beginning of April. Finally made it to the ET ride. That was nice. I went to Mel's Diner because they redid it and made a new menu. Of course, I didn't get anything from the new menu. My wife and I just split a burger and fries, which we tend to do there because we don't want to get too much because it's just like something to hold us over till we get home. And I posted the picture, and somebody said, "Gotta love those punch burgers because it looks like somebody punches them on the top."
It does.
So there's a universal punch burger, you know. But I have to say, Universal has a lot of crappy food. This ain't one of them. The fries were hot and delicious. The burger was great. We cut it in half and split it. I loved it. I would eat it right now. I would get it again. So, and again, Universal has a lot of food that is absolutely terrible and overpriced, but not this. Get a punch burger. I recommend it. I don't think it's called that, but I'm going to call it that from now on.
You have to do a TikTok on the punch burger.
Yeah. So yeah, so we did that. We just went to the tribute store just before before Mardi Gras is done. Um, I have to say I didn't see the Mardi Gras parade once this year. I was in it once, but I never saw it because they have it in broad daylight all the time, and I think it looks terrible with the sun shining on it. So I just never went. But we did get some beignets.
Nice.
$6.99 for a few of them. Yeah, they're not bad. I wouldn't say they're great. If you actually know what a good beignet tastes like, you'd probably be like, well, this isn't really one. But I'm just a regular guy. I don't really know anything. So there's a new shirt at
Oh
Universal.
wow, I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that too. I yeah, look, get your own, the little churro and stuff.
That's cool. Yeah.
I think that's a pleasant shirt. I like
I
that
do too.
too.
I like that. I probably wouldn't buy it in that color maybe, but I would buy it for
Yeah.
sure.
Of course, my dog is whining at me already. You stay there. All right, we got some. I got some good sunset pictures while we were there. We headed over to Islands of Adventure. Got some good sunset pictures. Rode the Cat in the Hat, so I got to ride ET and Cat in the Hat. So
Wow.
good day for me. And again, for most people, they'd be like, "Well, why don't you do something good?" I
Well,
like
what's bad about two dark rides in a row?
Yeah, for me, that's plenty of good stuff. So there's a different color for you. There's blue.
Yeah, I like that. That's great.
Yeah, I like that too. I might have to get one of them. And there's like I guess
Yeah, I saw it was like a pink or peach or something.
yeah. So they got different colors and stuff available. And let's see, on April 7th, we went to the Magic Kingdom again, but this is a Sunday, and I got Lightning Lane for this because I told my wife I want to get Lightning Lane, get some videos just so I have the videos, So we went our traditional way through the Polynesian, and we had a Lightning Lane for Jungle Cruise, and it said 75-minute wait, but that line was not full at all. So I'm almost thinking they're exaggerating times or overselling Lightning Lane so bad that a small line would take 75 minutes. I don't know, but either way, I got lucky with it, and I got to sit in the back, which I kind of like that. Like I was kind of back there by myself, so it worked out good. It gave me a little bit of distance from people. So I got to record the Lightning Lane, and then of course, Pirates said 10 minutes, so we walked on that. So there's ride 2. We got to ride Pirates. Ride 3, we had a Lightning Lane for Big Thunder Mountain. Oh, this is one. Sleepy Hollow refreshments. I haven't eaten there in years that I can remember, but I always hear it's good. So I got a sweet and spicy chicken waffle sandwich. And again, I'm not paid. Disney doesn't do me any favors, so I don't really care. But this was so good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get that again. Here's the waffle. It's a waffle with some kind of coleslaw stuff on it, and then piece of fried chicken with like syrup on it, and I'm like, it was so good. And those chips were real good too. My wife got
Mhm.
a funnel cake, and I ended up eating most of it. So,
I've had their funnel cakes there before.
and then we went
Actually, the
over.
last time we went to the Halloween event, we ate there, and it's not bad. I can't complain about it.
Well, yeah, here's a close up of. Man, that's a
That
good
does look
sandwich.
good.
I gotta get that again. I should have got that the other day when I went. I forgot about it again. So then my wife saw that the salad at what is it called? The place next to the Magic Kingdom. Of course, I can never remember the names of anything, but
What Grand Floridian Contemporary?
no. The place across from the Haunted Mansion at the Magic Kingdom, the quick
Oh,
service food.
Liberty Tree, or okay, I know
No,
what you
that's the.
mean. Yeah,
I can't remember it either. We're both getting too old. I
yeah,
actually
I
was
know. I
there and I
agree.
can't remember.
I can't think of it either,
Uh,
but I know
anyway,
what you mean.
it's the place that sells the seafood, quick
Yeah,
service, and it has the big upstairs. The upstairs is unbelievable. It and it's open. There was like 3 people up there, and it was just huge. And again, it's hard to believe that even exists. You go up the stairs, and there is just a massive place, and you could eat right by windows too, and look out over the Magic Kingdom. See in the window there, you can look out and see what's going on over at the Haunted Mansion.
Columbia Harbor House.
Yeah, that's what it is. I can't believe it. I remember it all the time, but when I'm on the podcast, my brain just can't remember
I always
anything.
forget it too. It's one that just always escapes me.
Yeah, so if you're at the Magic Kingdom, Columbia Harbor House has good food. You go upstairs, got your own private space to enjoy, and there's even a bathroom up there. That's like, there's people up there on their computers, like just hanging out. It's like they're just like living there. But anyway, from there we did the Space Mountain. Again, had a lightning lane for that. We did Little Mermaid, no lightning lane needed. Then we did Peter Pan, lightning lane. And that was it for us. We got there in the afternoon and we left at 6 o'clock. So we weren't there real long. Um, but we had good food and did a bunch of rides. And you know why the lightning lane worked this time?
Mm,
Because the crowds were low.
mm.
So lightning lane actually worked. Where when it's busy, you're going to get 1 or 2 lightning lanes and they're going to take forever too. But I almost didn't need a lightning lane to enjoy the day there. So it worked good. So, yeah, there's the dog that's bothering me right now.
Oh,
He's hassling me. I don't know
uh-huh.
what he wants, but he is a dog that I fostered for 2 weeks, and now he's probably just going to keep him. Let's see. Here's a good one. April 14th, we went to go to Hollywood Studios to meet somebody for dinner at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. And of course, they wanted to meet at Mama Melrose. And I was like, oh, terrible food. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't get what I always get. This time I got, of course, I don't see a picture of the menu, but it's basically chicken and pasta. And you can see the chicken's real small, but it was very flavorful and very overpriced. It was like $26 for a plate of pasta with a few specks of chicken. And no bread is included, no salad, no nothing. Just that plate for like $26. So a complete ripoff, but the food was good. So again, this
Hit or
is kind of
miss.
my. Well, the steak was so bad last time that I didn't go back again. But then I took a few pictures and I was ready to leave. I was like, we went there for dinner. I said, I want to ride Star Tours because, it's almost 8 o'clock when we're getting ready to head out. And I'm like, all right, Star Tours. Star Tours was completely empty. And they have new scenes with all the new Disney stuff on it. Apparently nobody cares because it was as empty as I'm emptier than I've ever seen it. So I got the Ahsoka one. And honestly, I don't think anybody gives a crap about them. I think Star Wars is absolutely not cared about anymore very much, because check out the next thing. I'm ready to leave then. I'm like, that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to see some of the new scenes. I'm like, I'm good. We pulled out the app. It said 15-minute wait for Rise of the Resistance. And I'm like,
oh my goodness.
all right, I could go home and watch TV, or I could ride this ride. I drove 40 minutes to get, I said, I know it's late, but let's just ride it. It was pretty much no wait at all. We waited about a minute before we went into the first chamber where Rey talks to you. And then we went through, and I was like, I can't believe that I just walked on to Rise of the Resistance, Meanwhile, we looked and it said, oh, Slinky Dog Dash, 45-minute wait. And I'm like, but we got out, and we were ready to leave. And I told my wife, I was like, it's 8:52. We could quick go on Slinky Dog while we're here too, and do two of the hardest rides in this park, with no lightning lanes or anything. Well, it turns out Slinky Dog, we got in with like 1 minute to go.
Wow.
Then the ride broke.
Oh.
So we're standing there, and I was like, all right, this didn't work out like I thought. We still got on Slinky Dog in 26 minutes, but it would have been another one about 10 minutes, Slinky Dog, right at the last minute. So, but wow. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. So there's some interesting things there. Here's some pictures from
a place.
Epic Universe. Yeah, somehow they ended up on my computer.
Somehow they ended up on your computer. The pictures from a man.
There's Harry Potter world.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how they ended up there. I downloaded them. Oh no, I downloaded them from Twitter. That's what I did.
That's right. There's only one person authorized to do this.
Bio 3 Construct, I think.
Yeah.
He took all these, and they're great.
Yeah, man, that's a great looking hotel, though. I mean, it's not even finished. Imagine that. It's not even finished, and it doesn't look like a North Korean, apartment building.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at all that theming.
Yeah, it has design elements.
They did something that no one's ever done, and made the whole hotel look like ports in a ship, and all shiny tile. It's like, even if it doesn't work out, that's a major effort to try to theme it and make it different. Yeah. There's the Isle of Burke things in there. But yeah, those Twitter people, Universal should shut them down. They're horrible. They just give away all the secrets, and they don't even care.
Yeah.
It's like Universal likes them to do it.
Yeah.
But here's Donkey Kong.
Wow. Look at that barrel. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, you can see the track breaks, and then the jumping track stuff. Very cool. But yeah, I gotta delete them. I don't like having stuff.
Yeah, you could get in trouble for that. Yeah. That's, if you know, you know.
Yeah, we'll skim off that stuff. So anyway, I went to Epcot again. This is on April 21st. And of course, I got my salad, and I took it all the way across to the other part of the new Epcot where they have seating. And after the podcast, remind me to tell you about the salad more. There's stuff I can't mention, but it's very interesting. Not really much exciting after that. I rode the land, took a few pictures. I went to the China Pavilion. I just went and shot some videos. Of course, I did Spaceship Earth because I love Spaceship Earth. Um, I guess this would be the highlight of everything. This is,
Yep, I heard
Epcot.
about them.
Yes. And again, I can't do what the lady on top is doing. Like but the other ones, I could do the same thing they're doing. They're like hanging ice. That as a kid, I would have been hanging on that thing too. So, but I can't do the stuff that she does though. But still, it's I don't know. It's kind of odd. I,
I think it's
I,
supposed to be. It's kind of like one of those Cirque du Soleil type deals,
uh,
right? You know?
people said they used to do weird live acts in Epcot when it first came out. Maybe it's an
Yep.
ode to that, but I wish they'd give me an ode to Horizons or something, and not that,
Yeah.
because again,
Yeah.
that's something that probably didn't age well, you know. But
That's a lot cheaper
anyway,
than building a Horizon Pavilion, though, I imagine. So that's probably why
yeah,
they did it.
I know, but I personally, I don't. I would. My guess would be this is not going to be there long term.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think so. That's a local
may,
dance troupe that they actually have hired
yeah,
from they're from down in Orlando, so they're third party
yeah.
hires and it's not the first time they've done that. They're Boardwalk Entertainment. They do the same thing whenever they bring people in.
Let's see. Finally went into the butterfly garden.
Nice.
I,
Yeah.
I I'm not a huge fan of. I have bugs all over outside my house. I don't even need to go there for that. I got butterflies and wasps and bugs. And anyway, this is one where we went to the Garden Grill, and my wife's mom is in town, so we wanted to take her somewhere interesting. And I love the Garden Grill. It's very good food. I really do like it. But what I noticed is it was empty. Like there's hardly anybody in there eating. And again, there we got the food. Characters are always great, and even they make sure that even I have to get my picture taken. So my daughter, my wife, my mother-in-law, we requested a waitress that we've gotten before. She is really good. I think her name is Cheryl. She's a very good interaction, very good with kids, like and so again, you spin around the land pavilion. Here you can see some of the food. The steak is great. That chimichurri, oh, so good.
Yep.
Everything was great, like all the food. And again, now I'm starving again. I didn't have any mac and cheese. My daughter said it was good. Um, they changed the dessert. They used to do the strawberry shortcake. Now they do an apple pie
Huh.
with ice cream, and you share that. It was good. And my wife got an allergy version where, hers was made special for no milk and eggs. So that's for
I
the
like
dessert
that
now. And
though.
again, that was good too.
Yeah, I like that dessert combination. It's kind of Americana a little bit more, I think, than shortcake.
Oh,
So
and it was good. It was good. And again, I always love the food, but it made me think though. There were four people there. I got the bill, and we just got four meals, and that's it. And maybe this is not that unusual, but I guess I'm used to doing three or two people or whatever. But the bill was, I think, $260, something like that. And then with the tip, it was over $300. And I no longer thought to myself, how comes nobody's here? I was like, this is crazy. Like, I went out to make it a special meal, for my mother-in-law. And she's old, so she's not even impressed with the food anyway. She's like, well, that's interesting. That's all right. And I'm like, so shame on me. I should have went to Texas Roadhouse anyway. But I thought the food was great, though. The dessert was good. The characters always very good. Like you can see, I don't know why Goofy's always really good. Here he is messing with me, getting right up on the camera. I very good. If you like character meals and stuff, those guys do such a good job. They always do. But like I said, I think between the economy and just the cost of everything going up, I think one of the first things that's to go is $300 meals at Garden Grill, unfortunately. So it's been so easy to get seating at any of these places lately. It really is. So before I left, I walked into Moana. It's all right. Rode Spaceship Earth again. Got this video where I can't play it back right now, but you notice it's empty. I got to
Wow.
walk into Spaceship Earth with no line, so that's what I wanted to get on my way out. Let's see. And this brings me all the way to this past Sunday, where I went to the Magic Kingdom, mainly just to get some pictures and stuff. So it's not real exciting. I got some pictures. I rode Carousel of Progress. I rode the TTA, got to see the marching band go. And I always loved the Philharmonic, the Main Street Philharmonic. They're so see they even see me. They're waving. I get the little point, and you know, the crowds are set. They acknowledge me personally going by. So I went there, and this wasn't my main point. I did a couple of rides. Then I went over to Wilderness Lodge. I jumped on a boat, went to Wilderness Lodge, and my thought here was I didn't eat all day. It's almost 3 o'clock. I went to Geyser Point Bar and Grill. I wanted to try their bison burger for years. In 2019, I went there and couldn't get anyone's attention. I wanted to order something to go. They didn't have the app thing going at that particular time for whatever reason. It might even have been when they first reopened. I don't know. Anyway, I got mad, left, and I never got it. This time I went over, and there's a window. There's the bars here and the grill. There's a window to the right. You can get in line and order it, and they give you a little buzzer. You pick it up when it's ready, and that's what I did. And I took it up to the other seating area for the quick service there, and there is a medium bison burger, cooked medium, with some fries, and the bison burger was great. I really did. I really did. I think it was $23, so it's not cheap. But I mean, you go to the regular food court, it's probably going to be like $18 or something. So it's a little bit more, but completely fresh bison burger, fries. Again, I was happy with it. I finally got my bison burger. I liked it. And then, of course, I'm at the Wilderness Lodge, so I just went around and got lots of pictures and videos because it's always a nice thing. I want to get back to this spring camp.
I was just thinking, I got a pound of bison sitting in the freezer. You're making me hungry for it.
I know, I'm starving now. So, yeah, went to Wilderness Lodge, took the boat back, had a nice bison burger. Like I said, lots of pictures. And let's see, that's about it for that. I did, instead of going home, well, first of all, let's look at how the new DVC tower is going. Everybody's convinced this thing is just hideous and terrible. And I can't defend it because it does not match anything you see around it. So you see a very specific theme, and then bam, North Korea apartment complex.
That's what I'm telling you. It looks like.
I literally told people when they asked about it, I posted this on Instagram and Facebook. I said, the head of Imagineering from 2020 to like this year, I think she recently stepped down, was an executive from Gensler Architectural, just an architecture firm. So her job and background was building uh, government buildings, hospitals, schools, apartment buildings, things like that. That's exactly what you're seeing there. If you told me Gensler was the architect for that, I'd be like, yeah, it looks like it. It's not nothing special, but nice, just a nice modern building. That's it. But so anyway, thank you, lady from Gensler. Now we got to look at this thing for the next rest of my life, at least, probably. So, and then I went to Epcot and decided, or I went back to the parking lot and decided I'm going to jump on the Epcot monorail just to see where we're at with this stuff. And you can see here, here's some of the behind the construction walls here. See the giant restroom thing? It almost looks like that's the whole point of that building.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
What else is going on?
It's
There's
like a
nothing
massive
happening in that
restroom.
building. Just giant restroom sign. And I'm like, is that an overly built up restroom? But I don't know.
I've heard that that is going to be almost like take place for the festival center. So for the food and wine, there's going to be a lot of the food and wine events in there, I guess. The
I
stuff
like a
that isn't
festival
typically out.
center, but
Yeah.
oh yeah, speaking of that, yeah, let me go. I wanted to show you, and this is from when I went to Epcot. They had a bench there at Epcot, and the bench, there's a bench and a wall right there where it's like a two-step up. And I was like, oh, I wanted to see what was behind it. And I'm pretty sure I have it on here. There it is. You take two steps up, and you could say, right there you go. It's the perfect thing to go snap and take a picture. So there's the Communicore Hall drugstore, or whatever. Well, it's got Spaceship Earth theme, so you know it's good.
Yeah.
Hey, it must be Epcot. It's got triangles. So there you go. So anyway, that's Communicore Hall. So I did take a picture of it, and here I couldn't get a good one of this, but in place of the character connection meet and greet, you got Mickey and Friends.
Mickey and Friends.
So, hey, friends, that's Disney's new favorite word. That's fun. I didn't even think of that till right now. Disney loves their friends very much.
Friends.
Like that's all they.
This
that's
way,
all
friends.
they can say.
This way, friends. This way, friends. You know.
I swear, every time I hear that, I think of a guy in a windowless van saying, "Hey, friend, come over here. I have a puppy in the van. Come here, friend."
Oh
I'm
my
like,
goodness,
run.
yeah.
When I hear friend, I'm like, run, get out of here. There's something weird's happening. Anyway, here's the North Korea Tower from the street. Even from the street level, it's overbearing. Like
the only thing that they seem to be pointing to as a part of the Polynesian architecture is that little roof on the top. That's the only
they put a little tin thing sticking out. Going,
what is that? I mean, it isn't anything. I don't understand why they think that screams like Polynesian,
That's the other thing too. I don't know if I have any on here, but you can definitely see that thing from all over the place too. When you're sailing around the Seven Seas Lagoon, I don't know where I have it, but you can definitely see the Korea Tower everywhere. I don't know.
Again, I don't have a problem like with them making the tower, right? But it would have been a little bit, I mean, even if it would have looked like reflections, like that reflections concept they had or something along those lines, would have been way better. I mean, this is just really Spartan design choices here.
Yeah. Well, I actually got through everything pretty darn fast. So that is 45 minutes, but my dog is sitting here whining at me, and I don't know if that means he needs to go out, or he's just bored and he wants to go on a walk, or
Well,
what
do
he's
you want
trying to
to,
decide. But
before you take them out, you want to cover your social media real quick?
yeah, we can do that. My social media, money wise, all of it is going down, but I predicted that a long time ago, so no surprise there. But my Facebook, I'm up to 138,000 followers. The growth has slowed to almost nothing now, too. So all my stats are getting reduced, but to get to 138,000, I never thought I would get there. So that's fine. I'm at 160,000 on Instagram, which never really seems to go anywhere. And then for Universal, I'm at 163,000 on Instagram and 26,000 on Facebook. So they're doing pretty good. Um, I'm just about at 277,000 on TikTok. So that's doing pretty good too. My TikTok bonus dropped 66% month over month. So I heard that that's a thing too. They they changed the way they count views or something, and all of a sudden everyone's money got chopped. So 2/3 down there. Um, on the positive side, they actually gave a springtime bonus to me on my Universal, and then they gave it to me on my Disney one too, which I did write to them like 20 times telling them how terrible they are and how they treat that account so horribly. So maybe they actually read it. But so anyway, I did make some money on Instagram from Universal last month, and I'm not making a lot, but I've been making like $1.33. It says right now as my earnings on uh, my Disney one, but my bonus is up to $106. So I'm actually going to make some money on Instagram for the first time in months and months
Hmm.
and months. So again, all in all, things go down, little things pop up, things get reduced, but I'm not counting on this money. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for whatever I get, and I'm just trying to hustle and try to make the most of it. So that's
Yeah.
about where I am with my social media.
All right. Well, that's cool. So, John, where can they find you online?
You can find me at SeeWDW on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and C.UO on Instagram and Facebook.
And you can find me at the Giant Rat, THEE Giant Rat, on all the socials, including lately being a real smart ass, pardon my language, on Twitter. So with some of the Disney fans, so you know, they they haven't been very kind to me lately. I don't know
Well, you're
why.
not. You're not important. You can't tell them anything.
Yeah.
You better learn. You better learn your
Oh,
place,
I
Mike.
know. What do I know? I'm a 49-year-old boomer, I guess. That's what
Yeah,
they, never mind Gen X, it didn't exist, but
yeah.
Ah,
Well,
all right,
you should
John.
just tell them. Just tell them at least I own a house.
That's right. That'll hurt.
Enjoy
That'll
your
hurt them.
apartment.
Enjoy the tiny home. All right. That should do it for this one. We will see you on the next one.